Hello, I'm back with another video. This video is entitled Clearing the Most Limiting Belief. As New Thought and spiritual metaphysical students, we read in almost every book by some spiritual and New Thought teacher that beliefs create our reality. That it is done, the Bible tells that it is done unto us as we believe. Then the question is, and there's a lot of books about changing and releasing limiting beliefs. The question is, what is the most limiting belief we hold? And the answer to that question, I have found through all of my reading, is the belief that is most limiting is the belief that we are separate from God. I'm going to read out of a couple books, passages out of a couple books. I'm going to start with Wayne Dyer's There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. He writes on page 16, what I mean by problem. In one sense, in my heart, I feel that there is really only one problem for any of us. That is when we allow ourselves to be separate from God. But in the real sense, we can never be separate from God, since there is no place that God is not. Thus, the paradox. When we are connected to God, we have no problems. We are always connected to God, yet we still believe that we have problems. The answer to this conundrum will be the focus of the major portion of this book. Problems of disease, disharmony, discord, fear, anxiety, scarcity, displeasure, disappointment in others, and so on, are in our minds. When we have these problems, we find ourselves feeling alone, alienated, isolated, angry, hurt, depressed, afraid, and more anguished. Yet, when we are truly reconnected to our source, these feelings disappear. This is why I use the words problems, as if it truly existed. Yet I know every time I use it that it is an illusion. So every time you see the word throughout this book, know that I perceive it as an illusion, created by ourselves because we have separated ourselves in that moment from God. Joe Goldsmith, in Invisible Supply, Finding the Gifts of the Spirit Within. Acknowledging the presence of God. Many people near death and suffering from disease believe that in some way they have become separated from God. Then they struggle and strive to find God. That is all wrong. Regardless of the appearance, you have not become separated from God. Horrible sins and disease, even roaring lions leaping on us, snipers shooting us down, or atomic bombs falling from the sky are only appearances that attempt us to believe that we have become separate from God. We become victims of that belief because entertaining a sense of separation from God can be as disastrous and as devastating as the actual separation. In other words, the moment you accept the sense of separation from God, it is if you had no God. So the thing to overcome is the sense of separation, not an actual separation. In the Science of Mind textbook, this is a copy of the original Science of Mind textbook for you religious science students. Ernest Holmes writes on page 309 in the original Science of Mind textbook, 1926, man's whole trouble, lies in the fact that he believes himself to be separate from the source of life. He believes in duality. The atonement is made to the degree that he realizes the unity of good. Man needs and always has needed to know the truth about himself and God. And anything that helps him feel this need would be an act of atonement. In the current Science of Mind textbook, it says, we read on page 127, when I know my oneness with God and the law, what a great burden is removed. Any sense of opposition is removed from the consciousness which perceives unity. That which we call our subjective mind is only but a point in universal mind where our personality maintains its individual expression of spirit. If we think of ourselves as being separated from the universe, we shall be limited by this thought. For it is the belief in separation from God that binds and limits. We are bound by nothing except belief. They could not enter in because of their unbelief, and because they limited the Holy One of Israel. Those and other books tell us that the most limiting belief we hold is our belief in separation from God. We're going to use two different methods to clear the energy from the mind of that belief. We're going to use EFT, then we're going to use positive points. EFT is a very simple method of using tapping acupuncture points to release energy from the mind and the body. So just follow me. There are other videos in YouTube that can give you maybe a better explanation of EFT. But we're going to start by tapping right here, saying it 3 times. Even though I have believed in my separation from God, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I believe I have been separated from God, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have believed that I am separate from God, I deeply love and accept myself. Tapping right here. Belief in separation. Belief in separation. Belief in separation. I release the root and deepest cause in my belief in separation from God. Belief in separation. Belief in separation. Belief in separation. Take a deep breath. Release. Say peace. Peace. Now you can go through those steps as many times as you need to, tapping your acupuncture points, starting by tapping right here 3 times, then going through the various eyebrow, outside the eyebrow, underneath the eye, underneath the nose, underneath the chin, collarbone, about the 3rd, middle of your pinky finger and your next finger, top of your head, then taking a deep breath, blowing it out, say peace. The other method of releasing energy of negative and limiting thoughts is what is called positive points. You have 2 points right at the top of right at the middle of your eyebrow. You feel them. If you spread them apart, you'll feel when you make a statement or imagine that you are releasing the energy of a limiting belief, the belief in your separation from God. Alright, well thank you. I hope this is helpful. Please leave a comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. There will be more videos. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that it is helpful to you. Thank you very much.